there's a Gemara in Shabbat. It's in Daf Kuf Daled Amud Bet. It speaks about the Hidushim of the Hebrew alphabet. The Hebrew alphabet. And it says the Kuf is placed right next to the letter Resh. And he says, you know why? He says the Gemara, because Kuf stands for Kadosh Baruch Hu. It stands for Hashem, the Holy One, blessed is He. The Resh stands for the Rasha. And so the Gemara is teaching us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu places himself right next to the Resh, which is the Rasha, to show us that even though the Rasha might be far away from him, Hashem places himself next to him, so there's always a chance for him to return. Hashem says, I'm not far from you. At any given moment, you could just come back to me. So the Kuf is right next to the Resh. Next time you look at the alphabet and you see that Kuf right next to the Resh, it should inspire you to do Teshuvah, even though I might have sinned, although I might have did bad things in my life. But don't forget, I have a chance to return. Hashem is right here waiting for me. So that's why the Kuf is right next to the Resh. In fact, if you take a look at the Kuf, you'll see the crowns of the Kuf that are coming out of the Kuf are facing towards the Resh. It's almost as if Hashem is stretching out to the Rasha, telling him, come back to me, return. Don't leave for good. There's always hope for you. Hashem has hope for everybody. Hashem shows that there's no such thing as a lost case. Even if a person reached rock bottom, even in the lowest places, Hashem wants to show him that there is always hope for him. In fact, I once saw that it's brought down in the holy books that the separation between Gehinnom and heaven is a thin line, one thin wall. Why? Because all it takes is just one step to do teshuvah, and all of a sudden, boom, you're on the other side. So it's just a thin wall in between. That's all it is. Not such a big separation. So to go from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high, all it takes is just teshuvah. If you fall, it's one thing. When you return on a much greater level. And you have to know that, you have to believe in that. You have to realize the power of teshuvah. So this is why the Kufa is right next to the Resh. So the Rasha can realize teshuvah is not far from him.